everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Vikings going up against the Eagles. So let's send you up to Pennsylvania. Standing by in Philadelphia are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia. Eagles. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And Parkey's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Here's the option going right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And here now it's second and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Ohio, here we go. 1-9.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 10. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Let's go. 190. Flex round. 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 Flex round.
Back to throw here. Deep drop. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. It's our time. It's our time.
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Ohio, here we go. Ohio, check 15, check 15.
Looking to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They might have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field. And
he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and 10 here. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another pistol look here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, and now the rookies freeze. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands. We want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he comes back with one complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Switch gears. Flex round!
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And after the penalty, the offense backed up here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing is Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And got his man complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 73 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bridgewater on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And on 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air, the first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play fake. Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down Vikings. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Bridgewater. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Second and goal from the 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out from back at the 2. Here's third and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Come on, let's go. 1, 2. Flex round, flex round. Kill.
And he motions the wide receiver. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
This offense was backed into a 4th and 10, and at first glance, you're thinking, why are they running the football? But as he passed the first down marker, I thought, that's why they're running the football. Terrific call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Eagles are going to have a first down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, this from 37.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now out comes Minnesota. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the eye.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing here, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this match.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm the martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.